aspect of having a conversation here is that, you are able to run your profits well apart from anything else. So that is one thing. Please do tell us about it. How are you able to run profits? What is the kind of psychology that goes behind it? And
Yeah.
secondly, how do you trade reversals? So I know, like, we had also spoken earlier about why reversals are favorite, why bullish and these bearish pin bars at important
Correct.
locations, they make a lot of sense.
Correct.
So also you
Very
can
true. Yeah.
guide us through that. And also, what has been your, like, your your journey in terms of trading, right? From trading
Yeah.
on a very
Correct.
small capital, back testing a much, and now that you're
Yes.
trading on, I guess, like you just said, around 4 lakh, right? And also those swing
Right.
trades. But how are you able to capture
Yes.
those 30K, 25K, 20K in Bank Nifty? So that's actually something
Yeah.
very special.
Yeah.
So yes,
So
Bhargav. So firstly, you can also guide us through your
yeah.
trading style.
So if all the questions that you had asked, I think maybe if you had asked me the same questions like 4 to 5 months ago, maybe I would have been very blank, sir. Like I never thought this is possible. As far as I remember, I joined you in the month of October.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, then October batch, I couldn't attend it properly since with your programs, we have the opportunity to retake the batches
Yeah,
as per our convenience.
yeah,
So as far I remember, February, I retook your session again. Like from the scratch, I forgot, I unlearned many things and I started. I think in second or third session, what I remembered you telling was like everybody, many of the traders who comes into trading will have a lot of knowledge relating to how to take trades, how to
yeah.
enter, where to place stop loss. But you said when it comes to execution, 90% of them fail.
Yes.
So that execution part, even now, it always resonates in my head because even now I feel even if you have 30-40% of knowledge, that is more than sufficient. Even if
Yeah.
you know just support and resistance, that is more than enough to generate consistent returns in the trading. So you said that execution part that I have never read in any book and I've not even heard it anywhere. So that execution part made a lot of tremendous changes into my trading style. And you were reiterating the fact that even with the 40 to 50% win rate, you can make money if your winning size is big. Even
Yes,
with lesser
correct.
accuracy, you can make money. So that gave me a lot of confidence coming into the market. That's when you said us to backtest one of the strategies, PDH R1. So this, when I was backtesting, that is when you say like there was this opening of the inner eye. Like when you backtest, you get a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Even the winning rate was less. It was around 45-50%, but even then it was giving around like month on month, it used to give around 10 to 15% return on investment, which was insane.
Perfect.
So with such a low probability, we were able to make a lot of returns. So that opened my eyes, and that's when I started to do active trading with real capital.
Perfect. Perfect. So this is one
So
thing which I also, when people they really, DM us about something, that, what is
yes,
the accuracy of the strategy, I always tell them, even if you are able to execute, and if
correct.
you're able to sit tight and hold on to your winning
Yes,
trade, 50% is more than
correct,
enough. Anything
correct,
around
correct,
50% is more than enough. And and especially with day high breakouts. Okay, so whenever we have a zone breakout that fails, right, let's say it comes below the EMA as we talk in the setup,
correct.
right, and if it again gives
Yes,
us a day high breakout, the probability actually increases. You would notice.
correct,
So
correct.
just
I
by
actually take
adding
those
this
trades.
day
Yeah,
high breakout, you
correct,
get 1000 points extra on Bank Nifty specifically. So that's why I tell
correct,
people that
correct.
even if you're a beginner, don't trade,
Yeah,
don't try to trade like how we do. Like, we'll try to trade the support demand, we'll do our levels. But if you're a beginner, if you trade just this one setup, it's
correct,
it's more than it's more than enough to make money, right? But then there is an urge to trade every day, and this setup does
correct.
not give you trade every day. It gives you like six
Very true,
seven
very
times
true.
in a month.
Yes, yes. Approximately, you might get it. The maximum side is around 10 trades, but the
Maximum, yeah,
minimum
maximum.
side is
That is when
around
the
5 to
market
6.
is very trending. But now we have added a
Very true.
filter. So I believe you are not aware about the filter. So to reduce
Okay,
the trades, what we have done now is that the
okay,
opening of the market should be inside yesterday's range. That is
okay.
one
Got
filter
it,
we have
sir.
added. So that reduces the amount of trade to 7 max trades in a month,
Okay,
7 to 8.
okay.
So that is one thing
Got
that
it,
we
got
have
it.
added. In case if it's
Yeah,
a gap up, gap down, we follow
yeah,
simple price action. It has to be some
correct.
Dowsing or something like that. Because
Yeah, yeah. Got
again,
it.
to make it much simpler, I remember
Yeah,
even a few days back, we got 1:6 in the very same
correct,
trade. It was, I think, a couple of days
correct.
back only. So yeah,
Yes,
that is
yes.
about so. But okay again, what do you go through? Because see, everybody's trading the same system, right? But why
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is
I will.
everybody able?
Yes, sir.
Everybody's exiting at around 1:1 profit, or let's say max 1:2.
Correct, correct. Yes, sir. So for that to say, sir, I started with a capital of 25,000
Okay.
after I finished your course.
Yeah.
So you had also made me the system trader, so that gave
Yes.
me a lot of confidence in
Yes.
those days.
Oh yes,
And
that was long back, right? System trading.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
had made me the system trader, and that was a confidence booster, definitely.
yeah.
So I started with 25,000, sir.
I'll
So that
just pause.
25,000.
I'll just pause. I'll just stop over here. I'll just stop you over here. So, guys, system trader is basically from one batch. Okay, from one particular batch, we allow one of the participant to trade on our account based on his or her backtesting efforts. Now, we are not asking your PNL. What we ask is, have you put in the right efforts? And if you have, we allow the back testing. I mean, we allow the system trading as well. But yes, I believe Bhargav, you didn't complete the system trading, right? You had some
No, 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 sir.
unforeseen incident or something like that.
No, there was unforeseen incident, so I couldn't complete
Yeah, yeah.
being the system trader
Being a
for the
system
whole
trader,
month.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Specifically in Bank Nifty. So, for example, in the stock trading as well, we have had system trading, but the highest amount of success rate as a system trader, okay, we have
Yeah.
seen in index trading only. Because when when somebody is
Exactly.
focused on one thing, they actually tend to trade much better. And that is one advice I
Correct.
also give to a lot of people that, if you want to do intraday trading, the best thing to do is to stick to one thing,
Index.
index. Either
Correct.
you're trading Nifty or Bank Nifty. And when it comes to swing, stocks, it's perfect.
Yes, that is
So
true. I
that's what,
agree with that, sir.
yeah, that's what I always suggest. Right. Yeah. Now you
Yeah.
can go on.
So I started with 25,000, sir. So I took 40 trades with 25,000. As you say, you always say take 40 trades, then
Yeah.
only measure whether the strategy is doing good or not.
Yeah.
So with that, I was able to make around 14,000 profit. That is 39,000 by end of
And I
40
guess the
trades.
earlier the margins required were very less, right? Especially for
Very
futures,
less, yes,
for
yes,
futures
it
trading.
is true. So like 1 lakh, we could have done 2 lots of Bank Nifty futures
Yeah.
at that time
Perfect.
when I was.
Perfect, yeah.
Even before that, we could do it,
We could do
do
it for,
1 lot of futures
around
with
18,
15,000,
20,000.
12,000. Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think this is very
So
stupid of SEBI. Okay. I mean, those, if you have the skills, you should get the margin,
correct,
right?
correct. That is true, sir. Yes,
And
yes.
right now they are
Especially,
having difficulty in having a in assigning system trader. Reason is
correct.
because, I mean, from where do I also get so much capital? I mean, I also have a
Correct. That is
limitation,
true,
right?
sir.
Earlier it used to be
Yes,
very
yes.
easy, right?
Correct.
We used
Yes,
to
sir.
give
Yes, sir.
I mean, if I have to deploy, I would give 50K to each system trader and it could be traded.
Correct.
But right now I have to
Yes.
deploy, or I have to take out almost 2 lakh
Very
to a
true.
system
You have
trader.
to invest significantly.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, though the risk
So
appetite
those.
stays the same, but then the amount, again, everyone has that limitation of funds.
Correct, correct.
Perfect,
So
perfect.
in that 40 trades, I happened to make around 35% return on investment, sir, which was around 14,000.
Yeah,
So it was small, but it was very significant for me. So I happened to convince my father to give me some capital.
yeah,
Obviously, the parents in India, they are very stigmatic when it comes to trading and investments into stock market.
yeah.
So, but after convincing and after showing him my P&L statement, he
Great.
got a bit courage and he actually gave me 2 lakhs.
Okay, that was great.
So with 2 lakhs, I was able to generate month basis. I was able to do it around 12 to 13%.
Okay,
So
that's
which was
great.
good, keeping my knowledge and all those things in mind.
No,
And now
even if you have
present,
the best of knowledge, if you're able to generate anything above
correct.
5% post tax, that's superb.
Yes, correct.
That's actually
Correct.
great.
So
No, not
that
really.
was good, sir. And even when I was trading with that 2 lakhs, I was not able to exit when my stop loss hits. I always used to get this urge that, okay, below stop loss, there is a pivot point. So might be price will come there and take a support. So let me move my stop loss to below pivot
Okay,
or some moving average. So I used to move my stop loss a lot. So
okay,
then I started writing down my rules in a notebook, telling that
okay,
if stop loss hits, I am out. If candle closes below a significant support, I am out. And if my
okay,
target hits 1:2, I am out until and unless I'm seeing a strong momentum and volume. Other than
okay,
that, I am out. 1:2 is the maximum that I want to capture in the any given market. But if
okay.
20 EMA is sloping upwards, and if I see volumes, definitely I'm going to
Inch
hold on to
higher,
my
yeah,
trades. I will
perfect.
move my stop
And
loss to cost, and I'm going
okay.
to ride the profit.
And running the profits
Yeah,
is actually a little easier in stocks as well because the momentum is so strong in stocks at
correct.
times
Very
that
true, very true, very true. Especially, sir,
three, four,
I love running profits in Bank Nifty
yeah, yeah,
because you just have to keep watching whether it will close below the EMA, the set rule.
Yeah,
That's it.
perfect,
If it
perfect,
closes below, you are out. That's it.
perfect,
No
perfect.
questions asked. So
Yes,
this
yes.
is how I started, sir. Now presently I'm doing it with 4 lakhs. Like now I'm more confident than before. And I can openly tell it, sir. Even my parents know, like after I joined you only, my execution skills improved to another level.
I'm
And
so glad
now
to
I
know
can
that.
confidently tell that I can consistently generate a significant returns through trading by doing simple things, not complicated things. I won't use much of the indicators.
Yeah.
Actually, I use negligible indicators. I only use pivot points and CPR. This is like the must for me, pivot point, CPR, and moving average. Other than that, I'm not using anything. And still, since I stay in touch with you, even you keep telling me this trade was good, great, you are doing great. So this keeps motivating me that I'm in the right direction. Because if I have taken a wrong trade, you will tell me maybe this entry was wrong. But so far,
Yes.
you have been very supportive and you have been encouraging that I'm
Thanks,
doing
thanks,
good.
man.
So that is
So, oh,
adding a lot of this.
that's about me. Okay, we are here to talk about you. So,
Correct.
anyways, now apart
Yeah.
from I mean, I see that you're able to run the profits very well. So, because I've seen you making
Correct.
those big, I mean, above 20K kind of
Yes, sir.
profits. So, like,
Correct.
how do you,
Yes,
because
sir.
and the quantity is not that big. Okay, I've seen they are usually two, three
Correct.
lots.
Yes.
So what really goes behind,
That's it,
because the
sir.
M2M is also, because the M2M keeps on fluctuating. So what do
Correct.
you
Correct.
do in such case? I mean,
Sir,
how do
the
you?
major thing that I do is position sizing. I calculate my position sizing,
Okay,
and in any trade I take, I'm not risking more than 1% of my capital.
okay,
So if I have to take an example, 4 lakhs is my current trading capital. If I
yeah,
can take an example, 1% of that is 4,000.
perfect.
So in any given trade, whether even if it is a 5-star setup, it's 90% probability, whatever it is, I am not going to risk more than 4,000 on any trade. This is my first fund, especially
Okay,
in intraday. When it comes
okay,
to swing, I increase my risk appetite a bit. It goes up to 2.5%,
okay,
but nothing above 2.5%. So I
okay,
calculate, say for example, sir, if I have a 100-point stop loss at Bank Nifty, what I do is simple thing, 4,000 divided by 100.
perfect, perfect.
So that will give me my position sizing. So once I get my position sizing, I'm not going to trade more than that position sizing. If it gives me 25 units, one lot, 50 units, two lots. That's it.
Okay,
So I know my risk beforehand, before I enter the trade, that if I am going to lose, I'm going to lose 4,000. If I'm
perfect.
going to make profit, it will be minimum 8,000. So in
Great.
between, I'm not going to exit. Either it should come back and hit my stop loss, or it should take my target. So,
Okay.
like day before yesterday, we had a very strong momentum. The
Yeah.
20 EMA was sloping upwards, so I ran my profits.
Okay, perfect.
So it was also PDHR1. So PDHR1, I usually prefer riding the profits
Yeah,
more
yeah,
than
because
any other strategy that I
yeah,
use.
because see, whenever the market is outside a specific range, we actually
Correct.
it becomes easier for us to. Now, I'll tell you one more
Correct.
thing is that a lot of people ask me what is the kind of setup that I am trading. In the last six
Correct.
months, I have not traded inside the range. Within previous
Okay.
day high, previous day low, I have not traded only. I have not traded only.
Oh,
Reason
that's
being, I'll tell
interesting.
you. So right now,
Okay.
the currently the kind of capital I'm trading with is on the higher side, right? And when
Okay.
the capital
Yeah.
increases, it's very difficult for me to trade multiple setups, because
Right.
when I enter the market, I have to make sure that I'm not because with the kind of capital that I'm trading right now, the
Yeah.
second trade that I take is usually a little shaky, right? Because it always gives you that goosebumps, okay, that
Correct.
either you have booked
No,
something in the first trade. So that's why I prefer
yeah.
taking the trades now only outside range, that is above previous day high or below previous day low,
Okay.
mostly. But because earlier I used to do a lot of reversal trades, but right now I'm not doing
Okay.
reversal. I'm more focused on breakout trading. That is just
Okay.
for the,
Okay.
because clarity of thoughts. That is one
Okay.
reason.
Okay.
But
Even I
how
am
are you?
mostly
But I
doing
guess you are
reversal.
mostly you are finding reversals more rewarding, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I guess your internet connection is yeah, it is down, right? I hope
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not.
Now I think it's back, sir.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Great, great,
Can
great,
you
great.
listen to me right
So
now, sir?
when you're
Okay.
basically
Yeah.
focusing on
Yeah.
reversals, I mean, are you
Sure, sir.
looking at supply demand zone, or are you going by let's say the CPR or previous day high, previous day low? So
Sir, I look at sir. So, like, if you can allow me to share a screen, I
sure, sure,
can.
sure, sure. I will have to make you the co-host, I guess. Just one second.
Show yesterday's trade.
Yeah, okay, okay. So I will have to make you the host, I believe.
Can you listen to me?
Just one second. Yeah.
Is it still bad, sir? Can you see
Can I
me?
allow this
Listen to
thing
me?
screening? Wait, let me just give me one second.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now I have made you the host, I believe. Just one second. Yeah, I made you the host.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I can see you. Yeah.
Now you can record. I mean, now you can share the screen. You're not sharing the screen. Okay, now you're sharing the screen.
Can you see the?
Yes,
Can you
yes,
see me
yes.
right now, sir? Can you see the
Yes.
screen?
Okay, so this is great. Your
Yeah.
trade log. Oh God, I mean, oh wow, wow. Can
Yeah,
you please
trade log.
take us through that?
I will come to this later, sir. Yeah,
Perfect,
I will,
perfect.
sir. First of all, since you asked me about the reversal, I will also show you about how I grasp the reversals. So this was yesterday's trade, sir. If you can remember, Bank Nifty
Yes.
reversed from day low.
Halo. Yes, it was a W
This
setup.
was the day low, sir.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, this was, but I always take minimum 2 confirmations whenever I entry. I won't enter based on 1 confirmation. That is how
Okay.
I usually take trades. So the first thing for me was, sir, this was the supply zone, demand zone, because market went up consistently till days high from this point. So
Okay.
I drew a line here, red line, if you can see it. So,
Perfect.
and also for this to make a high probability trade, we had CPR support.
Perfect. Perfect.
So if you have a medium to high sized CPR, it is usually a very good support and resistance.
Okay.
So once this pin bar came, I entered somewhere below, like close of this first candle, like a pin bar candle
Perfect. Perfect.
yesterday, and exactly I did 1:2, sir. My stop loss was around 75 points, and I was able to take in 150. I was still hoping I should I should capture more, but since the CPR was wide, I always consider if CPR is wide, the market remains
Market is
sideways.
likely to be
So
same.
this much of movement, yeah. So that's the reason I was able to capture 1:2, and I was out of the trade. So this is how I capture reversals, and I'm getting like in reversals, usually we will have very small stop losses
And
compared
what
to
is the kind
breakouts
of,
and other.
I mean, because I'm not trading reversals for a long time. So for the past 3 4
Yeah.
months. So what is the kind of accuracy you're getting in reversals?
Sir, I am getting an accuracy of around 68%, 68 to
So
70%.
yeah, so one thing is also very important that when we talk about
Yeah,
the reversals, they're always going to be on the, I
yeah,
mean, the accuracy for reversals are going to be on the edge higher side compared to breakouts.
correct.
Yeah.
True. Since we have a small stop loss, we will get
Yeah.
1:2, 1:3 very
Very
easily, sir.
easily. Very easily. Correct. Correct.
Very easily. And I cannot take, since I have gotten addicted to this CPR and pivot points so much that I can't take any trade without these two things on my chart. I love them so much currently.
Great.
And
Great.
CPR was introduced to me by you.
Yeah.
So that CPR, I can't trade without this. So that is one thing. And I only use 20 moving average, sir.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So
So if I'm not able to, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Sorry,
tell me,
sorry.
sir.
Sorry. Please go on. Yeah.
So I only use 20 moving average. And if I'm not able to find a good risk to reward, that's when I introduce 50 EMA or 200 EMA in 15 minutes time frame, just to see whether those moving averages are nearer, to just make sure my what we say, my risk to reward is intact. I will just keep my stop loss below those moving averages,
Okay.
because
Okay.
what I feel now, sir, in 15 minutes time frame, moving averages like 50, 100, and 200 EMA work very well. In 5 minutes, those moving averages are not giving me
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Obviously.
kind of
Obviously.
strong impact. Yeah.
Obviously.
So that is how I place my stop loss. And sir, by this video, I want to tell one thing. If you want to make consistent returns through market, make stop loss your friend.
Yeah.
If stop
Obviously.
loss, just exit out of the trade, and always remember, put system stop loss. Do not keep a psychological stop loss like 75 points. If it goes below this top CPR, I will exit. It should not be like that.
Yeah, you
This
have to place it in the system, and
yeah,
especially
system.
options trading. Okay, if in options
Yes,
trading,
correct, sir.
if someone does
Yeah,
not put a stop loss, that is going
correct.
to actually ruin
It is true.
his piece as
Yes,
well.
sir.
Yeah.
Correct. I agree. I agree with that,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
So I usually
So you took the
my
RCB.
PNL,
So you took the morning trade as well, right? The opening candle breakup.
sir. For me, more than RCBO, I felt this is a PDH R1 again, because
Yeah. Yeah.
this
Obviously.
is
Yeah.
pin bar.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
I feel this is a pin bar, sir. So today I did not take any trade, sir. But
Oh, you
this
did not
was
take.
just that even if I don't take trade, I
Okay.
usually keep track of the market.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Makes
So
sense.
I had marked it exactly at around 9:20. I had marked my entry levels, my stop loss level, and my 1:2. So it's good. that if I taken the trade, I would have made profit today, because I usually stick to my stop loss and target levels.
Great. So we also have one more learner, okay, even Sai. So even he's able, like even he got his around, first. So like he's been in the market for a while now, right? So I will be
Correct.
talking to him as well after I've
Yeah.
spoken to you as well. So even he got a
Yeah.
very good results, okay, like 10%.
Okay.
And the reason is not the 10% return. It is basically like just like how you are following the 1% rule. Even
Okay.
he's following. So I mean, we have maybe we may have other learners who are creating greater profits, but the point over here is
Correct.
that these are the kind of profits that are going to stay in the market for a longer time, because here the risk
Correct.
is
Correct.
managed well.
Very true, sir.
Perfect.
And whatever trades I take, I leave them like this, sir. So whatever trades I have taken, I will just leave them. Levels, I will just leave it like that
Okay.
for my future references. I will come back, and if the same system is forming again and again, I will come back and I will just check it like how I handled my trade the other day. So
Okay.
this is how
Perfect.
I usually keep it like that. And I also keep screenshots of the trade that I have taken, sir. Even if it has hit my stop loss, I still
Okay.
preserve my screenshots.
Okay.
So this
That's
is how
actually
I
great.
use.
That's what So
Yeah.
you get used. So do you use fires as well as a broker?
Yes, sir. I use Fires for charting purpose. I got Fires, but I was using Zerodha, but I had few issues with them.
Yeah. Now
That's the
you're
reason I
using, I
shifted
think,
to Sherkan.
Sherkan, right?
Yeah. Their brokerage is a bit on the high side, but for me, the trade flow has been very smooth so far.
Perfect. Makes sense.
Yeah, I also maintain my journal, sir. This is
Yeah.
how
Please do show
I
your
maintain
trading
my
journal.
journal.
That's what.
Yeah, this is my trading journal. So before 16th, I was maintaining journal in my Excel sheet. Since like I don't know how it got deleted. So from past, my 4 months data has gotten deleted because the version of Excel I was using was not a genuine one.
Okay.
So I don't know how it got deleted. So I shifted to Google Sheets right now.
Google Sheets.
So I will have all the data.
Perfect. Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm able to easily manage. Like this was my 4 lakhs was the starting capital. So in I don't know, this from past 4 months, this month has been very productive. Only 3 stop losses so far for me, sir.
Perfect.
uh,
And the
in this,
rewards
and
are
on
pretty.
4 lakhs
And also, I
I
like
have
the
made
fact that you're also mentioning the percentage of account risk. And if I see, it's the average is around 1% only,
yeah.
which is perfect.
Yes, sir, 1%. And if you can see the percentage of account risk to account change, you can see it is always
Yes,
1:2.
it's always 1:2.
Uh,
Correct.
when there is loss, it is exactly like how much ever I have risked. And see, 0.77%, it is 1.52%.
1.52%. Yes.
0.08, 2 point. So I exactly make sure I'm not getting anything less than 1:2.
Perfect. So
And also
that's
I
actually great.
conserve my screenshots. I conserve my
Perfect.
screenshots of each and every trade. So
Perfect.
when I want to go back, I'll just click on it, and
Okay.
it takes me to the screenshot so that I can go back and see how the trade went that day.
Okay. Perfect. Great. No.
So
This is
this is
very
completed, and
important.
I also rate my trading. This is how, like, emotional state of mind I
Okay.
felt during the trade, whether I
The
was
trade
calm
moves,
or whether
right?
I was confused, whether I was dual minded.
Okay.
Yes, correct, sir. I also rate my discipline.
Yeah, that is very
So how
important.
composed I was
The
during the trade,
discipline
and I
bit
also put
is
the
very
logic.
very important.
Yeah,
Yeah. What I will also
correct.
do is I will
Then I
also club you with Sign,
yeah,
right?
sure. Yes,
Club Sign,
yeah.
and we have Kanishk. So really good,
Okay,
like again, very disciplined traders, right? So you would
okay,
really have a good time engaging with them, and they are
yeah,
always, back testing
yeah.
on a new system, or something. They
Okay,
trade one system. The good part is that they're
okay,
focused on one system, and
okay,
likewise they would just explore things and make the best out of a system.
okay.
So even that is something which you might find very. So you're on a good winning
Got
streak,
it.
I believe. 7 win rates in a row.
I'll be very glad. Yeah.
That's
So,
great.
and also I have this trade summary, sir. It shows me what is my winning rate, what is my losing rate.
Okay.
So if I'm
Oh,
losing, how much I'm losing. It
this
gives
is
me
crazy,
month-wise
man.
analysis.
That's like really detailed.
Yeah.
So I think you
Uh,
again like again I would like you will have a good time with this guy as well, Sai. Okay, even he has really
yeah.
detailed, like So I'll tell
Okay.
you how he has his trading journal. Okay, so he's
Okay.
basically in every week, for example, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So at the
Okay.
end of the month, he would also analyze how did a system perform on a daily basis. So he realized
Okay.
that most of his losses are on Thursday. So he's not trading on Thursday
Okay.
now.
Got it. Got it, sir. Got it. Yeah. I think that is something that even I should implement right now, because this did not cross me. So I think I will
So
do
that
that.
is
Right?
something that he noticed that, okay, on Thursdays, I'm not very comfortable with the price action. So,
Yes.
and
Right.
then we have another learner, Saurabh. Okay, so he came up with the understanding that when there is a day high breakout, once the market comes below the EMA, that is, let's say you've taken a PDH breakout and then the market comes below the EMA, right? And again, if you take a PDH breakout, the accuracy goes to 70-75%, and the net difference which you find in a particular system, it goes about 1000 points. Now 1000 points is a big, I mean, that's like really big. So perfect. I mean, it was really good to see your trading journal, okay, and the details, they were superb, I would say.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
yes sir.
Again, so that was again superb. So perfect. Anything else? I mean, I'm very happy seeing the trading journal as well.
Yeah, like
so what are your plans now?
It's really good to.
So what do you do?
Currently, sir, I'm preparing for UPSC. Actually, I'm preparing for
UPSC.
IAS exams.
So what are your plans with
So I
regards
have
to
my
trading?
exams in October. The trading, that's why, sir, I wanted to be stress free. That's why it becomes stress free when you book your stop losses and when you book your target once it is reached.
This is one thing.
So this will give, and I usually,
Perfect. See, this is the only way we can make trading stress free, is by accepting that, okay, there is going to be a stop loss. If we try to avoid the stop, then there is a lot of difficulty that happens in the market, right? So that is one very, very important thing.
Correct.
Right.
Very true, sir. This is something I keep doing it, and the other thing is, sir, for me now I want to scale up. Like I usually give myself 40 trades, 40. Then after 40 trades I scale up. Then again 40. So after 80 trades I scale up. Now again 40. After 40 trades is something that I give it to myself to prove myself in the market.
Okay.
So if I'm doing good, okay, scale up your capital. If you're not doing good, okay, decrease your position size. So with position sizing, your stress also increases. So when you're not doing that good, descale. That is what I have been believing, sir. So far it is going really good, and thanks for holding my hands when I wanted you the most. And definitely, if I am something, definitely I owe it to do something.
Frankly, it's your efforts, genuinely. I mean, you have put in good efforts. I mean, I can see it in your journal. Because, see, I'll tell you, 100 people, let's say they join up the batch, okay?
Correct.
95 of them, they want to be spoon-fed, which is not possible. I mean, you think just because you attend this 2-day workshop or maybe a month, this thing that the program will be, you think just by attending the program, results would come.
Correct.
It's not going to happen, right? You will have to actually take a dip in the water, understand the system, backtest it, know its winning rate, know the losing streak, how the system is performing in the bad time, so that when you hit those 3 losses in a row, for example, I can see in your journal as well, you had those in the beginning, you had those 2-3 losses or 3 losses, whatever it was. But
yes, sir. Yes.
And if you have not backtested your system, those 3 losses will rip you apart, right?
Very
because
true.
as humans know, we just don't like, even if it's a 100 rupee loss, we just don't like it. And that's why it's very important. So even when we are introducing a system to anybody, we always tell them that, know the winning streak and the losing streak of a system. If you cannot take 4 losses in a row, you do not trade the zone breakout. That is the previous day high. And that is one thing. Right? You have to know that that system is going to give you loss 4 times in a row, with pretty much possible. But yes, if you want something easy, usse easy kuch nahi. There's nothing easier than that.
It's the easiest. Correct.
Because in reversals, psychology is very different. Reversals are not easy to do because you have to draw a level, or let's say if there is a CPR, or even if there is a previous day high or previous day low. But again, not every previous day high, previous day low is a demand zone or supply zone, right? So that is one thing, because it is little tricky, right?
Very true. So very true.
That is one thing which I
and also after I have a bigger profit, I rest on the next day. Like next day I won't trade. Like I usually stay away from the market. This is how it is, because it is just to make sure that like market won't go up every day. This is something that we should keep in mind. And if I got profit yesterday, I should not go with the same mindset that even today market will give me profit.
Same. So you won't believe the day when we had a really, I think it was day before yesterday, right? We had a very good up move. So on my YouTube video also, I told that don't trade. best thing to do is
Correct.
don't trade. But then,
Correct.
you know, there is an urge to trade. People actually
Correct.
end up trading.
Correct.
Even
Very true.
Yeah, they ended up trading. And you know, if you were not a scalper yesterday, you would not have made money.
Okay.
It was more of a reversal
Correct.
trades. Yesterday was all about the reversals.
Correct.
If somebody traded
Correct.
breakouts, because this is how it usually happens. So even the CPR was very wide for yesterday.
Very wide. Yes, sir.
Yesterday it was very wide.
Correct. Very wide. Yes.
Yeah. So we got an indication that market is likely to be sideways.
Sideways. Yeah.
Perfect.
Correct. That's why I waited till end of the day, sir. So when the price came back to the day low, that's when I initiated a long, because there was CPR support as well. So there was 2 confirmations for me to take trade, and the small stop loss was very small. Yeah.
And the CPR as well. Correct. Perfect.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. This is how my trading journey has been so far, sir.
Great. Well, it was really nice having having a conversation with you. So what I'll do is right now I'll just stop the recording.